Hi everyone, and welcome to the Ark Survival Evolved tips video. Now in the background you can see me building a wall. That's on my main series, how to build a wall, because there's something dangerous in the area I need to keep out. So that's what I'm using there. I'm using S Plus as well. That's why the walls are so big automatically. It makes it much easier to do. If you do like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and these are my opinion on the best tips for starters. Don't shoot me because you think they're wrong and you got better ones. It's just my opinion. I use these tips for myself every time I start off. So we'll start off with tip number one, shall we? Well, tip number one is simple. Is when you start off, don't go to the exact place you want to build your base where you're going to be running past T-Rexes, spinals and all that, because you want to be center of the map where all the bigger dinosaurs are. Start off with a little 2x2, you know, a little building just to keep you secure for the first couple of levels until you're actually well established enough to do your big travel, your big base move. I'm not saying build a base and stay there for the rest of the game. It's just to get yourself set up for the first half of the game, not half of the game, but the first, well, say 15 levels until you got the bow at least, and maybe a trike or something, just to give you that bit of stability before you actually move out. Tip 2 is levels and where you're going to put your points for your levels. I like in the first, I say 20 levels, I always put it in weight, movement speed or stamina, and that's the three I work on for the first bit. Okay, you might want to put it in health, but the thing is, if you're not playing PvP, you know, mostly health is not that much of an issue. It's the weight of carrying stuff, because by then you haven't got any dinosaurs that can carry stuff for you. And also health, if you put health in, you get attacked by a T-Rex or a raptor, it's not really going to help you. But stamina, movement speed and the extra weight is going to help you. So them three are probably the best ones to use at the starting lot. Tip number 3 is supplies. You know, you're in the middle of a level, and the next level you need your thing that you need to advance further, but you're just making loads and loads of hats. That's a good way of getting levels, but the way I like to get levels is just to gather resources. Have a box in your base and just fill it up with wood, stone, fiber, berries, especially narco berries, so when you do get to the stage when you can unlock the trank and the narcotics and all that stuff, you know, you've already got a supply already waiting for you. Same with if you're building up to the wood stage, you know, you unlock foundations, you've already got 200-300 wood in your chest, so it's a bit easier to keep going, and it does get you levels. It's not super fast. Another thing with levels is keep your eyes out for old ruins, because that's where the discovery notes are, and that gives you, especially at the start, a very big boost in your levels. I think you level 1, you find one, there's a couple in the rock area, there's a couple where I am now, you know, you're instantly level 5 just like that, because it gives you so much of a boost. I haven't actually got the rock ones yet in the series. I just remembered that, so that's good. Tip number 4, I think 4 now, if I'm wrong, forgive me. Tip number 4 is engrams as well. Don't get engrams you don't actually need at that moment. Saddles, I do not get a saddle until I've actually got that dinosaur in my possession. You know, there's no point getting a Megalodon saddle and a T-Rex saddle at level, or Megalodon's at 50, T-Rex is at 75 or 70. You know, there's no point getting that and then taming it 20 levels down the road and you were short on points because you spent it on that. So only get the stuff you need, and that's just a simple point, because you don't want to waste your points. So there's that one. And tip number 5 is don't try and overtame. You know, don't go, oh, I've got my slingshot now, that's a nice level 45 T-Rex, I think I can take it. No, don't bother, don't even bother. I remember when I first started the game, I tried that, you know, a raptor, high level raptor, carno, I'll try that. You know, you need to have at least a bow and narcotics to tame a big carnivore like that. Raptors, like I said, you could be lucky with a couple of punches or a couple of stones in the face, but besides from that, you know, you're biting off more than you can chew. It's always good to wait. It's only level 21 to get your trank arrows, and then you can tame raptors, lucky carnos if you're in a nice position. T-Rexes, it will take a lot, If they're low level, maybe you still take about 40 odd tranks, and then you need enough meat to actually do it. But that's it. That's all the tips I've got. They're not the best tips in the world, but there's the tips that I follow for when I start Ark and I want to survive for longer than a couple of days and keep dying. I have died a lot in my series, so check that out. And I'll see you next time, folks. Thank you very much for listening. See you later.